What's up, guys? Welcome back to the DLB Daily. Today is my favorite day of all days and probably your favorite days of all days because I'm the queen of pumpkin delts. And I love shoulders because the cool thing with shoulders is there are so many different exercises you can do because your shoulder is not just one plane. Who's texting me? You can go back, you can go side, you can do rotations because the rotator cuff is awesome. So today, we have a lot of new exercises, things that are different, things that are the same, but tweaked a little bit differently. So let's get to it.
Coming in, yeah, flex, I just wanna win, yeah, LABB who we running with, yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10, 10, 10, yeah.
So I know what you guys are thinking. You're looking at the workout right now and you're like, wow, that's a lot of words. So the name of the game, as always, shoulder day, is a ton of supersets. So let's go through the first superset. We're gonna focus mostly on rear delts for this first thing. So first things first, we have a little tricep. We are going to do, I don't really have a name for them. I'm just gonna call them band dumbbell pull aparts. And we're doing it in 2 different variations. And then we're going right to a cable. So you're gonna need a dumbbell, a rope, and a cable. If that's not open, it's not the end of the world. Do this and then go to that right after. This is just an ideal situation. If you're able, especially if you're working with a partner, if there's a cable open, go get it, grab your dumbbells, grab a rubber band. If you don't have that option, that's okay. So we're going dumbbell, band dumbbell pull aparts, cable, rope, upright, high pull. It's not quite an upright row because you're going at an angle. So I'm writing an upright high pull so you guys can kind of get it. And then we're going to go right into a face pull. And you can either do that seated or standing. I'm going to do it seated. So first things first is the band pull apart. So we've done these before on back day, on shoulder day. You just grab a rubber band. If yours is very long, like mine is, some gyms will have shorter ones that are just like this, almost like a hip circle size. But if you have a long one, I'm doing the lightest one, make a little loop, and now your band is shorter and the resistance is more. You're gonna put it into your hands like this, leave your thumbs out. You're gonna grab dumbbells, start light. Grab 3s, grab 5s. I'm doing 10s because I've done it before. So start super light just to try it out. So the first part of it, we're gonna do 5 from the bent over position. And the reason this one's gonna be harder than the standing one is because the weight is down. So you're actually pulling the weight up. So it's going to be harder. So try to get maybe 5 from this position. So we go 1, you're just pulling it apart. And how you hold the dumbbells is up to you, but with the rubber band, your palms are most likely gonna be facing in. So 3, 4, 5. Those are pretty hard. Then we're gonna come up straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can get more, you can go for more. So I'll stop there. Then go right into your upright row, high pull. So you just step back a little bit. And because of the angle, you're gonna be kind of hitting your traps a little bit more. Pull as high as you possibly can. I pull up to like my face, right about where my nose is. Like a regular upright row, normally you stop about shoulder width. So we're going to go up to our face, and by doing this, it's almost like a face pull. You're going to hit the back of your rear delts a little bit more. So this is like medial delt, but we're going to go like this right into our rear delts. So step back and then pulling up as high as you can. 8 to 10 there. Move it up. I'm going to do it seated so I don't have to focus on like holding my foot position. I find it easier to just sit on the ground I usually put my legs up to get my angle right. And then how you hold the, sorry, I'm out of breath. I can't talk and lift. How you hold it is up to you if you want to go this way. Usually I come this way. My thumbs are pointed in. So with your face pull, again, you're pulling towards your face. That's why it's called a face pull. And then I want you to kind of externally rotate your shoulder. So when you come back, instead of going like this and keeping your elbows back, you're gonna come and almost point your thumbs backwards. So you're just rotate back. All right, and to demonstrate. See how my thumbs are pointing backwards. This is not wrong. This just feels a little bit more back that way. And that is your set. Take about 60, max 90 seconds, and then hit it again. So this is what it will look like all the way through if I can make it. If I can do it, you can do it. Just choose appropriate weight. Right. I'm gonna sit. Pumped yet? Pumped? So when I first got into lifting and bodybuilding, I used to watch Pumping Iron like on repeat. So these two next exercises are two of my favorite bodybuilders. We're gonna be doing Arnold presses, which everyone kind of already knows that. But I'm gonna show you a different way to do them. That's not necessarily harder, but it's just a slight variation. You're still doing the same movement, but you're almost going to separate that movement into two parts, which is very similar. You're just gonna go bop, bop, almost like, more like machine-like. And we're going to do what I am calling as Sergio flies. So if you know Sergio, the myth, his pose was this. So you might have seen like a Kai Green, people replicate it all the time. So it's basically like a front double bi, but you are bringing your thumbs out, trying to describe. I mean, the movement is going to be similar to around the world. So around the world, your thumb is facing towards each other, so it's facing in. But here, we're going to rotate just a little bit more. And we're calling them Sergio flies. So you'll start off with your Arnolds. And if you like to do it more in a fluid motion, totally fine. How I was saying is you can separate it into two different movements. So you start with dumbbells in the front, palms facing you, come out to the side, up, down, almost more like machine-like. But if you enjoy doing them more fluid, totally up to you. Sometimes people have more of a hard time doing the fluid motion. So if it's easier to separate the movement into two movements, you start here, bring them out, up, down, in, out, up, down, in. And then fluidly looks more like this, where they kind of mesh into each other. So we're doing 4 sets of, well, let's go 10 to 12. 10 to 12 is a good rep range. If you don't quite make 10, if you want to go a little bit heavier and do more of an 8 to 10, totally cool with that. These, however, I would like you to do a little bit lighter. I should probably show you a little bit later, which are Sergio flies. So we're gonna start almost like you're doing a wide curl, like a W curl, where you're keeping it wide. Elbows are flexed, lats are back, chest is up. And then when you come up, you're gonna do your around the world all the way up, and then twist so that maybe the dumbbells are facing that way. And then back down. Sergio fly. Sergio. Every rep you have to say Sergio. Sergio! Sergio! No, you don't. He would be so proud of this, I think. So I've seen variations of this, and I forget who I was watching. It was because I like to show you unique exercises, and I saw someone do that, and I was like, well, looks like the Sergio pose. So that's why I'm calling it that way. I have no idea what they called it. Some weird fly. But biggest key here, come down, almost make like a W with your arms, just like you're doing wide dumbbell curls. You come up, so palms are facing up, and then try to bring like the backs of your hands together. Depending on how like flexible you are, if you can't do that, then just do around the world. Totally fine. It's just seated around the world. We're just adding a little extra rotation. So Sergio. So 8 to 10 Arnolds, 10 to 12 Sergios. People are gonna listen to this and be like, what's wrong with you? Oh. Sergio. Whew. I hope I didn't go too heavy. Two, I think I did. No. Ah, 3. Oh, don't make the mistake, guys. Go light. Ha!
You gotta say Sergio, maybe.
Sergio! Sergio! Ah! 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 Sergio! Ah! Oh God! Oh my God! Those got a lot harder. If you say Sergio, it helps. Tip. Guys, holy oh, when you're doing that Sergio, how much, hopefully, or you haven't done it yet because you're watching the video, but come back to this video and just comment below how much your front delts were on fire doing Sergios. I don't know what it is, like around the world, you feel it, but that little twist right there, oh my God. You're welcome. You're welcome. Next up is a set we have kind of done before. We're just switching the order a little bit. So now we're on to medial delts, those side delts. So we're gonna do your heavy dumbbells. You're just going to do 8 to 10, maybe even 10 to 12 for the first one. but I want you to try to go heavier. So maybe you do a 10 to 12, and then you're 10, and then you're like 8 for the next 2 sets. So everything is 4 sets today. Keep it super simple. So try to bump up weight for your heavy set. So you're just full reps. Generally when I'm gonna not use my heavy ones, just so when I'm talking. So when I go heavy for laterals, I don't do strict. I actually start with the dumbbells out in front of me, which is kind of a good thing because I don't do a whole lot of shrugs, but just by having them in front of you as you come up, you're gonna be using your traps and even pulls on your rear delt. When they're out to your side, which is gonna be the second part of the movement, second and third part of the movement, that's where we're gonna do more of our isolation. Holy crap. Where did that lisp come from? Isolation. I don't know what happened. That's, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to keep it together. So your heavy part, you're gonna start out in front. I do what some people call as like a little bit of a cheat. So there is sometimes like a little movement in my upper torso as I get heavier, which is not bad as long as you're keeping good form. Those little cheat reps can like help just a little bit. That's where you're gonna get the size. So we're gonna start off in front of us. So out here, your elbows always stay slightly bent. I see people do lateral raises all types of ways. And I'm not gonna tell you your way is wrong, my way is right. However you do them, that's how you do them. One key tip for lateral raises is my pinky always is on top. So people call that like pouring out the gallon of water. So I'm here, my palms face. When I come up, thumbs are down and pinkies are up. It just gives a little bit more tension on that medial head. So heavy, 8 to 12, then you're going to drop weight pretty much in half. Then grab your dropped weight, and now we're gonna come and we're gonna be more at our sides, and we're gonna do our 1.5 reps. We've done these a trillion different times on a trillion different exercises. I love doing 1.5 reps because it just adds time under tension and it helps you isolate and concentrate more. So we're gonna go up, come part of the way down, back up and down. That's 1 rep. You're only doing 5 to 6 reps. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 5. Probably about 5 or 6 reps, you're not gonna be able to do that anymore. Then see if you can pop out just a couple more full rep. So take away the little half rep, and then you can probably do 4 to 5 more reps just doing full range. And then you're gonna come back, so you're gonna need 2 dumbbells and a rubber band. So we're coming back to our rubber band, and now that we are completely toast, we're going to make sure we're toast, and we're gonna do little pulsing reps. So I'm actually using the lightest band possible. You can use regular resistance bands with the handles. Those work really, really good. I don't have them, so I'm just using this. So we're just doing pulsing reps to failure, till you cannot go anymore. So pulsing, come up as high as you can, and you're just gonna try to stay up there. Just pulse, 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 pulse. And you probably won't be able to get that many because you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do this, and then you are dead. Then you take 60 to 90 seconds and repeat all the way through. My shoulders are going to explode. Hup! This is where we grow. Hup, hup, hup. Oh, light. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1.5. Hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh. Here we go. Pulse. In. Up. 6. You guys are gonna love me and hate me because I hate myself sometimes, but you'll love me after, I promise. This is when I find something new. So I actually made this one up like just a second ago because I was going to do the second part a little bit differently, but it's fun when you try something and it feels great. You're like, whoa, I've never done this before. We are doing cable, I'm calling them like Superman because I feel like Superman. Superman shoulder press. You're gonna need an incline bench and you're gonna need to steal the cable crossover. Now, if the cable crossover machine is not open, this is a great alternative. If you've ever seen people go on the seated like hammer strength shoulder press, and instead of facing out and doing it, they face in and push this way, that is what we're going to do. So pick whichever one you want. So it's just a reverse shoulder press, like if you have a hammer strength. I'm gonna do it on cables because I don't have any equipment for shoulders. That's why we do everything with dumbbells and cables. But that is a good alternative. So what you're gonna do, start very, very light. And then I'm gonna show you different alternatives that you can do with your hands, because the cool thing with shoulders is you can rotate all the time because your rotator cuff is so awesome. And just supinating and externally rotating stuff can add just a little bit of pressure. But if you want to keep it simple and get the movement down, that's totally cool too. So I'll show you just a simple way. And then if you want to add some rotations with your hands where you're almost doing like Arnold's, that's awesome. So I only have, I'm 10 pounds right now. You're going to stand facing the cable. I stand, if you're bigger, maybe you can sit, but I'm just standing with a chest support. And to do it nice and simple, you could just keep your hands out and press up. Superman, coming to save the day. No. So Superman press. So this is really good for those front delts, but it's gonna work your entire shoulder. All presses are gonna work your entire shoulder, just some are going to work different parts of your head a little bit better. Now, if you wanna add some rotation, you can start with your palms facing you and then rotate. It's up to you. You could keep them on a neutral position where your palms face in and you do neutral. You could try all of them. Every set, do a different variation. Doesn't really matter, but we're just doing any kind of Superman press. You can rotate, you can keep them straight. Then, after you do about 10 to 12 there, ooh, why did I let go? This is the thing that blew my mind. You're gonna stay there, probably lighten the weight if you need to, or use the same weight, and we're just gonna do front raises. Staying on an incline. And again, if you wanna like rotate your hand, like start here and then rotate up, you can do that. You could stay neutral and go this way, or stay with your palms facing in. I tend to actually, at least on front raises, if I have to pick a better variation, I like to do a neutral or even an under. This, you can almost watch. Make sure it actually does it. Maybe my shoulders aren't big enough. So here, everything's tight, but you're gonna start feeling the medial head. But when you do this, this tightens up, and if you rotate even more, one, you're gonna get a little bit more chest, but I think this versus this, you can see it just slightly. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong, but generally this hammer version with your palms facing in, I feel targets your front delts just ever so slightly more. So pick your variation. So shoulder press, Superman press, bop, 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 bop. Possibly lighten the weight a little bit, and then shoulder raise. Bop, 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 bop. We're almost done, guys. We have one more torture device after this. I can't talk today. I had a lisp today. Where did that come from? There's a whopping 20 pounds on there, guys. Oh, the shakes came in. Oh, woo! That's when you know you're doing it right. Oh God, guys, I just made up another exercise. So I train with some of the best athletes and coaches around the world. So this next one is inspired by Coach Eugene. If you don't follow him, we did a video together with me, him, and the hypertrophy coach at Warehouse Gym. We released it maybe like a couple weeks ago. That little Asian dude has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. I just added a little trick to his trick. So we're calling these the Coach Eugene 3-way incline bench lateral raise. So when I trained with Coach Eugene, so you might have seen people do lateral raises just from here, just from hip and up. So with him, we did in front and behind. Now I'm adding a little twist just to make it just a little bit harder. So we're still gonna go front and behind, but in between each one, we're gonna do one strict, like right at your hips. So we're gonna go, maybe start in the front, you go up, come to that top position, go down to our hip and back up, and then down behind us, back up, down to our hip, and back down. Oh, bop. I should have went a lot lighter. Okay, that additive made me go a little bit too heavy. So start with maybe 5s. So you're almost doing like, I don't know, it's not quite a fly, but it's kind of like a reverse fly, but you're going backwards. So we're going here, up to the center point, down to our hip, up, and then behind us. Up, down, okay? So it's a 3-point. Every time you get to this top point, go down to your hip and back up, and then front. And then the other side, this is what it looks like from behind, so maybe this will give you a better view of the back portion. So we're going up, center, wow, the fives feel very light at first. All right. I'm gonna try to do it with a 10. Never gave you guys a rep range. So we'll say that 1 rep is 1. That's 1. Or maybe every time you get to the front is 1. So up and back. Yeah, you're probably only gonna be able to do 4 or 5 reps of this then. So this is 1 motion, or 1 rep is 1. 2. So we're only aiming for like 4 or 5 reps. Maybe even 3. This is just a little burnout at the end. We're gonna do 3 or 4 sets of this, and you're gonna be toast, because after everything we've done, you might not even be able to do 5 pounds with this. That's okay. You might even just have to use your hand weight. Just your hand, if you have big hands. Just the weight of your palm might be enough. Wow. All right, here we go. We're gonna attempt to get at least 4 reps for you guys. All right, in position. I think I wanna be up more. Oh, 4 reps. Hey, up, 1. 2. 3. Oh God. 4. Oh God. Okay, 4 is enough. Switch. If you go lighter, you can do a little bit more. If you go heavier, you're going for 3 to 5 reps. Oh, this should be the better side. 2. 3. 4. 4 is enough. All right, you're doing 3 or 4 sets, guys, of about 3 or 4 reps, believe it or not. So, but each one of them is like 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, no, wait, how am I adding this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5 reps. Each 1 rep is actually 5 reps. Does that make sense? I don't know.
So you're doing like 15
so you're doing
to 20.
like 15 reps. Yeah. So 15 to 20 reps total. Shake your head. You understand. I know, your brain is about to explode. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but you're welcome. This was an incredible workout, lots of different exercises. It's fun to be able, especially on like shoulder day, to show you guys different moves that are similar to things that you've already done, but just tweaking them a different way to keep it spicy and keep you growing, because that's what it's all about. Spicy and growing. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment below. Let me know what you thought about all these weird exercises. Sergio!
Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah.